Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Zoom chat. We are, as you know, Team Eagles, and we're happy that you have joined us either in person or possibly watching the recording after the event. As most of you know, just in case there are any new people listening in, we are national marketing directors in your support line, living in the beautiful mountains of Colorado. I know some of you were a little concerned about us last week because we weren't very responsive, which is unusual for us. But guess what? We were camping with the whole family, 7 grandkids, and we were off the grid for a few days. And my poor husband was getting quite antsy with no computer, no Wi-Fi, no internet, no nothing. But we had fun paddleboarding and hiking and biking and fishing and swimming and doing all that good stuff. Anyway, you are very welcome this evening. And as always, I would like to kick this off with some recognition. So congratulations to Nikki Gonzalez in Delaware, sponsored by Becky Wright. Nikki has just completed her healthy living plan and will be receiving a $100 check from the company together with her promotion to direct distributor. So well done, Nikki. Great way to start your business. And then Rochelle Shan in North Dakota, I believe, sponsored by Amanda Stebbing, has now reached the position of virtual franchisee, the 14%. So well done, Rochelle. There's a nice increase in your monthly check there. And also congratulations to Andrea Ali in Arizona, sponsored by Nicole Helmstetler, who has completed her 2,000 plus to VF. As you know, that's well, it's either a $250 bonus these days or even $350 if you do it in 30 days. So again, congratulations, Andrea. The check will be in the mail as they speak, and we're really proud of you together with Nicole's help. Well done. And Sarah Wall in Arizona, sponsored by Blue Russ, qualified her business with customers for the first time. As we say, she has a customer qualified business. That means that her 1,000 points that she needs in any 1 month to pick up her 5% performance bonus come specifically from customer orders rather than including orders from dealers and direct distributors on her team. She's got the 1,000 points from her customer orders, and that's a great goal for everybody to go for, to shoot for. So congratulations to all of you. Mick, I know some exciting things happened in the contest last month.
Indeed, but first let me point out that Rochelle and Sarah are both on Team Amanda Schneider, who is on tonight. So well done, Amanda. Your team is still rocking it. Okay, so let me remind you of the leaderboard for the contest for July. Looks like this. Nicole Helmstetler came out on top. Andrea Ali, who completed her fast track 2,000 plus, that definitely helped her to come close to beating her sponsor to the top position. Amanda Schneider herself finished in 3rd, and you can see the rest. And just a couple of highlights that I'd like to draw out from this leaderboard. First of all, no one had fewer than 300 points in the contest, which I think is outstanding. You can see that all but one, poor Sarah, got their 5-1 bonus, 100 points. If dear Sarah had sponsored one rep to give her 100 points in that column and the bonus points in that column, that would have pushed her into 2nd place, but it's fine. Sarah did just fine. And you can see Sarah's points for being customer qualified for the first time. Becky Wright sponsored Nikki Gonzalez, so Becky gets the 100 points for Nikki's HLP. And of course, Nicole Helmstetler gets a full 300 points for Andrea Ali's 2,000 plus promotion. So that's where the points came from. And again, congratulations to Nicole. Nicole can never join us on a Monday night. She and John have a regular Monday night important appointment, which always takes precedence. But in her absence, we'll say, congratulations, Nicole. And just as a reminder, these are the winners of the 4 months so far in this Race to Indy contest. Karen Varnado, Sue Parker, Anna Moreira, and Nicole Helmstetler. And with the exception of Karen, who already had $100, and we changed the rules after awarding Karen her 100, the others will have received or will have received $50, and their extra 100 will be given to them as a cash bonus in Indianapolis at our conference in October, and only then. So it's a triple incentive to make it to conference in October.
You know what I noticed, Mick, about this this contest, and if you can just pull those names up again so I can see them, is that the top 10 consists of a combination of direct distributors via sales coordinators, senior sales coordinators, and NMDs. So, you know, it's not as though one position has an advantage over another. And it goes to show that NMDs are working the business just as much as direct distributors too. So congratulations, everybody.
That's a very good point. And not more than 1 or 2 months ago, another NMD on my team by the name of Jenny Daly featured in the top 10 as well, which proves something that we, or you, are certainly still working the business.
Leading by example, right?
Okay, I want to, while I'm looking at this, I want to highlight a couple of other things from our Facebook groups for the sake of those who may not go into our Facebook groups as often as I do. This was yesterday's Healthy Living Revolution live presentation by Dr. Kim Dalzell. And I want to, okay, let me stop sharing a moment. I need to go back and share screen again and make sure it's sharing computer sound, because I want you to see and hear about a minute of this. This is the end of Dr. Kim. Dr. Kim is a PhD registered dietitian who for 20 years has specialized in oncology nutrition. And this is the last minute of her presentation, leading into a follow-on by another doctor.
For 25 years, I have worked with cancer patients who have been told to get their affairs in order. They were given 3 to 6 months to live. I got into the field of nutrition because I thought I could really make a difference. And I have to say honestly that the Juice Plus products have made it much easier for me to help my patients, my own family, and myself. And the results I've seen have me recommending Juice Plus to everyone. Because of the Juice Plus product line, I had an inexpensive, science-based, and effective way to help my patients and loved ones change the course of their health. And I want to encourage you to unlock your healthy cell potential with whole food nutrition and Juice Plus, because it's never too late to create a healthy revolution inside your cells. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ann Smithson. I'm a wife, a mom of 2 boys, and a family practice physician in Raleigh, North Carolina. I never really thought that I'd have any major health concerns. I'm a doctor. We're supposed to know how to take care of ourselves, right? But that all changed 10.5 years ago when my life turned completely upside down in an instant with one phone call. It was a surgeon calling to tell me that I had breast cancer, and I was completely blindsided.
I show you that because I don't know how many of you do watch the every 2 weeks Healthy Living Revolution live presentation. They're all absolutely spectacular. But I wanted to point out that if you remember the first 2, 3, or 4, since the Healthy Living Revolution team have been putting on those presentations, those Zoom videos, the first 2, 3, or 4 didn't mention Juice Plus. And that was entirely intentional. They wanted to focus on great health and nutrition education. But that's changed. And Dr. Gian Roberto did a fantastic job of debunking the myths about soy a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And this one, Dr. Dalzell covers the ground in just 15 minutes. And she is really strong recommending Juice Plus and making it clear why she's recommended Juice Plus to her clients and patients for these many years. And then Dr. Smithson, who you saw a very brief clip of, goes on to tell the story of how, guess who? Dr. Kim shared Juice Plus with her after her diagnosis with breast cancer. And the end of her short presentation there is that she's now been breast cancer free for, I forget how many years, and her oncologist gave her another clean bill of health. So it's powerful stuff. And I just want to make sure you guys know about it, enjoy it, digest it, and share it with just everybody you can. Our Shred 10 is alive and well. Day one of this August Shred 10 is underway, and we have 121 people in that group. That's a record. We've surpassed 100 a couple of times over the last 12 months that we've been running these Shred 10 support groups, but we've got 121. So well done, everybody, for really, really promoting the Shred 10. And then lastly is our team Facebook group. And I just want to scroll through this very briefly, highlighting what I know some of our team miss because you don't go there as often as I do. How to print a customer list, a beautiful little short video by Brian Rose. How to print a customer list from the virtual office. Every Monday night, an hour before this team Zoom, although this team Zoom is now monthly, we may change that or we may just stick to a monthly, partly because these Monday night Campbell team calls, conference calls, are absolutely fantastic. I didn't listen to this one tonight, but I will listen to it tomorrow because Julie Herbst is, as most of you know, one of our very best trainers. And she's training on the one thing, the DMO, the daily method of operation, and so on. I posted these earlier today, images that demonstrate how to have a customer order from the Children's Health Study right from their own phone, and or how to do the same online in their favorite browser. Okay, enough of that. That's my brief update. Cheryl Lawrence, I see you're on, but I don't see you, but then we never see you, do we, girl?
No, it's not a pretty sight, so.
Oh, come on.
No, I've had no makeup on, nothing, my hair, no.
You're allowed to be incognito. That's absolutely perfectly
I
fine.
want to say something, Mac, if I could.
Yeah, please do.
About the Monday night call. One thing, kind of like the Tuesday morning meeting at Juice Plus in La Hacienda, you know, everybody got tired of it and said, you don't need it, and we've dispelled it. Then everybody needed it, and we've gotten 25 to 30 people, you know, anywhere from 20 to 30, 40 people there. I think it's that consistency every time doing it. What happens with me with Monday night, I go, oh, we're not doing it, we're doing it, we're not. And you can hardly get on the Campbell call unless you're really early. And you can always catch it later. So I really think it does better if we could do this every week instead of skipping it. That's just my 2 cents. So.
Well, I appreciate that, Cheryl. And for those of you who are regulars here, we love seeing you too. But I've got to be a bit of a parent right now because it's fine for you three to join us and our other normal regulars. But honestly, we don't do this for you. We do this for the people who don't come on. And as long as, and this may sound harsh, I don't mean it to, But as long as those folks who appear on our leaderboard every month, as long as the new reps that they sponsor don't come on these Zooms, there really isn't the justification for us to do them every single week. And again, I don't mean to sound harsh, but that's our thinking. And those Campbell team calls on Monday nights are fantastic trainings. There's no point us doing training when every Monday night, Wendy Campbell's team do far better trainings than we can do. Comments?
For me, it's just hard to know if I don't remember what the schedule is. We've been trying to flip-flop our Monday meetings around the daily ones, and then now around the Campbell ones. And so I just don't remember what the schedule was. Was it first Monday we were going to do dailies, and then the rest of them were going to be Campbell's?
Yes, the first Monday, so that we can recognize successes from the past month, so that we can celebrate the results of the contest from the past month.
Okay.
And every Sunday, without fail, I send an email that goes to well over 1,200 people, either
Right.
promoting the monthly Monday Zoom or promoting the Campbell team training call for that Monday night.
Right. I just need to know before Sunday night to plan out for our month, and I just couldn't remember. I knew you told me there was a pattern. I just needed to remember.
Right. When you're planning ahead, Melinda, yes, you need that information. Absolutely.
Okay. So that would be good.
Okay, Cheryl, my response to you wasn't what you wanted to hear.
That's okay. I'm not important. It doesn't matter. It's just part of it's the comradeship, because if, I mean, we don't hardly ever see you, so it's kind of keeping it together. So I don't know.
I agree with you absolutely, Cheryl. If only we could get the numbers up.
I agree.
We love to see you, and believe me, you are very important. So don't ever say that. We love to see you, and yes, it's a great form of connection. But as Mick said, 1,200 emails go out inviting people to this call, and tonight we have 3 people on.
I know. I don't know. Like on Rachel's call this morning, it was me and her.
Right.
I don't know why people don't get on. I know people are busy, but it's not a priority. I can't get anybody to tune in. They may be able to call in and check it, later. Who knows if they do or not? Probably not. I don't know.
We're very willing to accept full responsibility for not doing a good enough job that encourages people, that motivates people to join us. It's down to us. I understand that. But as long as we can't fix it from our end, there is really not a good justification. It's not that it's wasting our time. That's not the point. But I would rather focus people's attention on listening in to a really, really good training from the Campbell team than confuse people like I did tonight by saying, you can listen to that call at 6:30 or you can join us at 7:30 or both. And I kind of did that tongue in cheek, putting that on our Facebook group because I know that 99% of people won't do either.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, and we'll literally keep you posted. Melinda, you are on our Zoom tonight. I'm going to put you on the spot if you're willing, because I know that you have just been to the communications boot camp with Catherine Lee and many others. You took a wonderful group of yours with you. So just share with us a little bit about the weekend. I know that your activity right now as a result in Waco is absolutely buzzing. You are hopping. All sorts of things are happening. The summer surge is in full flow. So just give us a little overview of your experience there.
So this was the first boot camp that I was able to attend by Catherine Lee. And it was absolutely phenomenal. She is an amazing trainer. I've always enjoyed going to her presentations, but her boot camp was phenomenal. It was very inspiring. I had Diana, Janet, ran 4 people with me on my team. They were all very positively motivated. I think we all walked away with a lot of specific things, questions and responses, and focusing on listening. Maybe nothing that we haven't been told before, but just specific examples of how to do things a little bit differently, that I felt was really very effective.
Good.
Plus, Horseshoe Bay is absolutely amazing. A beautiful resort. And it was fun to learn more of Catherine's story. I did not know all about her progress. Knew a little bit about her mission, but her Pure Hope Foundation is now based in Texas. Yes. So that's going to be really fun to have her here. She's actually out in Mount Vernon, kind of between Dallas and out toward Mount Pleasant. But it was just really, really inspiring to hear how that evolved, and how she really prayed for and waited for and listened for that to evolve. So it was really a fantastic event.
Good.
And it's powerful for those who don't know to know that the Pure Hope Foundation, an organization that helps those working in human trafficking and helps those saved from human trafficking, that none of that would have happened were it not for her huge success in Juice Plus.
Yes.
And the financial and time and kind of personal freedom that it's given her and her husband, Michael.
Yes, and they have a book. I don't have it back here. It's in there on the table, but it's only $10, and it's actually a book that she wrote to her kids, so it's large font, and it goes through that whole. And she weaves that in, that if it hadn't been for the financial independence that her Juice Plus business had given her, that would never have been able to have happened. But she also weaves in, like at so many different Juice Plus events, she felt a little hesitant about bringing up the Pure Hope Foundation, and yet she would mention it, and people would just come forward and share actually their background in trafficking or their prayers for people in there, and the dollars are still coming in. She's still not able to buy the big ranch that she wants to buy, but is moving toward being able to do that. So it was just very, very very.
And are they still living in that little house?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. She could afford a mansion.
You would
She
think.
lives in a tiny little house on that property.
Yes, and the people she's brought on staff were people that Holly's husband turned down another position so he could be the what is it, Mick? He's not director, but he's whatever the in charge position is of her foundation from his experiences. So and they were there at Horseshoe Bay, and so of course we all asked them if they were going to continue doing it in Texas. They were a little unaccustomed to July heat here, but we told them not to worry about that. We're all used to triple digits now.
I just made a decision. The next time someone, and this hardly ever happens to us, but the next time someone says, "Is this a pyramid scheme?" I'm going to tell them about Catherine Lee and the Pure Hope Foundation.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell them, if this was a pyramid scheme, then it's straight from heaven.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Hey, Nick, when are you and Jenny coming here?
Good question. When would you like us to come?
Soon. As soon as you can get here.
We would love to. We're just too many places. We're just torn in so many directions.
But you haven't been here in a long time.
We haven't. That's very true. But you're not short of national marketing directors in Dallas. That's for sure. No,
we don't have any in Waco. We come in Waco.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You'll never see us in July or August.
Well,
Okay,
it's only 80 degrees tonight.
Yeah, tonight it is. So can we get on your schedule in the fall or the winter then?
We'll see what we can do. I'll tell you what we are doing. In 2 weeks' time, we are heading up to Toronto and then Halifax, Nova Scotia. Now, that is mostly vacation, although, you know, Juice Plus, of course, happens everywhere. But then we are working with reps in Pittsburgh for a few days and going on to Delaware with Linda Miller and Becky Wright and their team for a few days as well. So, you know, we are out there. We're working it. And after that, I'm off to England for a couple of weeks to see my sisters. And after that, it's conference, which brings us to the end of October. So you definitely won't see us before then.
Okay,
After
well,
that, we'll have to see.
we'll take November, December. That's going to be busy.
Okay.
Our
All right.
Delaware team has never had us visit, so
No,
they definitely deserve to see us.
absolutely.
We'll also be in Maine. So Team Eagles, if you know anyone in Maine or anyone in Delaware or anyone in Pittsburgh,
We actually have one rep in Maine, Annalisa McCauley, whom we
Yep.
will meet if we can arrange it. Yep, as we go through.
You have one in Connecticut.
we won't get that far.
Oh,
We're going from Halifax, flying from Halifax to Pittsburgh, and then driving from Pittsburgh to Delaware.
And we are gone for 4 weeks, so we can't extend it any further. But we'll do our best, Cheryl. You are not forgotten. Just please know that. We think of you often. And, you know, honestly, with Zoom these days, as well as conference calls, you know, we can connect the world over, literally. I mean, gosh, Nick, you did a Zoom the other day with Nicole, with a prospect of hers in England, right?
Yep, yeah. Nicole Helmstetter got me on a Zoom with Michelle, who is an amazing single mom with a 5-year-old with learning differences, and he's seen tremendous results. They both have seen great results with Juice Plus. And she
guess
wants-
what? Jake, you know, my Down syndrome grandchild that's 3.
Yep.
He's 95 percentile.
Wow. Fantastic.
His learning, his IQ, they say, is about a 90, which is low normal. Yeah, normal Downs is about 60 or 70, right, Melinda?
Yeah, below 80 for sure.
And
That's
so,
fantastic.
yeah, they think, and his growth, I mean, he looks pretty much like a normal.
Yeah.
I mean, he at times looks Downs, most times, but there's a lot of times that he doesn't.
He's a cute little boy. I've seen several pictures of him on Facebook.
Who's a proud grandma?
Yeah. And
Hey.
and let me tell you, Hope James, who's 3 months, she was born April 30th. So April, May, June, July 30. So she's 3 months old, a little over 3 months. She's almost crawling. She holds her neck up. You know, she was 5 pounds. Basically, they took her at 36 weeks because they thought she had her cord tied around her and it was tied in a knot. And this baby is just, I mean, she's amazing. Hope James.
A Juice Plus baby.
Another Juice Plus baby. We should also, even though Marie cannot be on the call tonight, partly because it's her mom, Juanita's birthday today, but also Marie gave birth to number 4 just about less than 2 weeks ago, 10 days, I think. And she has another beautiful little baby girl. So,
Wow.
Juice Plus babies, they are very, very special. Okay, listen, time is running on. Does anybody have anything they would like to celebrate? Anything you would like to share with us? Questions, concerns? Yes, Melinda, go ahead.
So I just signed up a brand new rep. Nick, I'll have to get you on Jenny on a Zoom. She's actually, she's a U.S. citizen, but she's from Germany. And so she's already thinking about people there. And so, yeah, she's coming on board.
Awesome. Well, we
Fantastic.
have plans to go to Europe next summer. We'll definitely be in Austria, which is right there alongside Germany. So build a team and we'll go and work with her.
I told her, that's what I told her. She has family in Austria too. So, yeah, we were talking about that tonight.
Fantastic.
Well done. Okay, anything else?
Oh, I do have a question. At some point, our Waco team is still really struggling with the connection calls. And I know we heard so much emphasis on that with the Brave Leaders program. And I know we have a lot of resources, thank you, Mick, on Team JP, but maybe at some point, if there's some way that, I don't know, if you can help us unlock the key to getting more people more comfortable. Brianna is telling me that most of her, she even had somebody cancel because she wanted to do a appreciation customer call, and they literally canceled her order. So I think a lot of the other MLMs are using a lot of high pressure with the connection calls, and it maybe has a negative connotation. But I know a lot of Juice Plus teams are exploding with the connection calls. So if there's any help you can give us further on that, that would be great.
Well, okay, having worked with Nicole, who went through the Brave Leaders program, one conclusion we came to is that customer appreciation calls work really, really well for those who feel very confident and comfortable with them. But if there's any level of discomfort, that can communicate to the customer, and maybe that was the problem with Brianna. I don't know, but it could have been the problem with Brianna. And honestly, I've never done a customer appreciation connection call, never. So the connection calls that I really, really strongly recommend are welcome calls for brand new reps, and connection calls with someone who is showing a great deal of interest in the business, like Nicole's English person, who, by the way, Nicole connected with Michelle in Birmingham, England. I think it was on Instagram. That's how they know each other. It's been like a 6-week relationship, and the last 4 weeks, Michelle's been on Juice Plus with her 5-year-old son. So when there's a good reason for a good justification, in the case of Nicole, it was easy to say to Michelle, hey, my mentor in Juice Plus is English, and he's been in this with the company 27 years. Can I get him on a Zoom call with you? And it was absolutely natural for her to say, yeah, that would be great. And we had a great time. So it's got to feel comfortable. It's got to be logical. It's got to make sense. And the invitation needs to be done with confidence, but without any pressure. Like you said, other network marketing companies are putting people under way too much pressure. So let's avoid that at all costs. Does that make sense?
Right. And I was just using the customer appreciation calls as one example.
Okay.
In the program, they suggested that we do connection calls for all of those reasons.
Yep.
We are just struggling with all of those reasons, getting people on calls with y'all or with each other. So I don't know if we were just missing something.
Okay, so again, I think the comfort level thing is really important, and the people who are doing it very successfully, they feel very comfortable with it because they have done it a number of times. They understand the process. They feel very comfortable asking someone to join them on a connection call with whomever. But the first time is always both the hardest and it's also the key. So I would suggest that you and your team identify one person who you can do a connection call with, Jenny or with me or with anybody, with Amanda, I mean, anybody. But someone who you can say, would you do me a favor? You're asking them to do your favor. And the favor is, would you agree to come on a connection call with me and Jenny? I know you'd enjoy it, but it's also a training opportunity for me. I mean, you've done it before, but most of your team haven't. And for them to get comfortable, they need somebody that they can go to and ask a favor. And if they say no, it's fine. And they're not going to get mad, but they're more likely to say yes. And there may not be any logical reason for it other than there's a great training opportunity for Janet or for Brianna or for whoever. So,
right. And I've had great connection calls with both of you, with prospects, with lots with Jenny. But I will tell you, I'm very comfortable asking somebody to get on a call with either of you. And yet a lot of times I'm met with a lot of resistance. So I don't know. I don't know. I was just struggling with it. So
Well, the other thing that you're not hearing is that just like everything else in this business, it's a numbers game. So
Right.
if someone says they are batting 100, getting people on connection calls, either they are absolute geniuses or they're telling fibs.
okay.
Honestly. Amanda, you've done a lot of connection calls with your team. They don't always say yes, do they?
Out over here. I'm still trying, but I've done several with my team. But I'm still trying to build that too. And a lot of my issue is they're younger generation, so like age 20 to 25, and some of them literally they don't like talking on the phone. And so we've been doing we've tried a couple like Facebook Messenger group chats, and that is working a little bit too. But I don't know, I think it's an interesting, but I also have not been very comfortable, so I don't know. We'll see. It's a work in progress.
Right.
So I've done quite a few Zoom connection calls. And the younger generation seems to take to those like a duck to water. They love them.
Okay. Well, we can try that. That's a good idea.
It has the cool factor.
And I have to say, Amanda, also, you did admit that you are becoming a lot more comfortable because you've done a number of them now.
Yes.
You're building
It's
the
growing.
self-confidence.
It's definitely growing.
Yeah.
It was a good push to,
Mhm.
so.
Okay. Well, listen, folks, that's 30 minutes plus. So unless anybody has any burning question or comment, I am going to draw this to a close.
Lily wanted to say hi to you, Mick, but she just went outside. Never mind.
Oh.
Okay, sorry.
Hi, bye.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And it is always good to see you. We do enjoy these calls. And we will definitely see you the first Monday in September. Well, actually, that's Labor Day. So we'll have to talk about that. But we will definitely be seeing you soon on another Zoom call. So thank you so much for joining us. And good night, everybody.
Right.